everyone, and with today's starting rap video, so I do want to apologize right away for not having this out like Saturday night. It was like very humid where I am yesterday. We actually got to it was like 80 some degrees, but I felt like it was 90 some degrees. So it was pretty warm yesterday. So, and of course, after work last night, I went over to my parents' house who actually have AC in their place, and yeah, I slept there for the night. So, and of course, I didn't really bring my stuff with there, and of course, yeah, I didn't really want to do a reaction while my parents trying to sleep and whatnot. So but at least now I'm doing it, but a bit later than I expected. So I do apologize for that. And then I do apologize throughout this reaction. I'm still sweating. Where of course I just got to work not too long ago, and I just checked the Weather Channel app, and it's currently like 69 degrees, but the humidity is like around the close to 70% mark. So yeah, the humidity is pretty up, and I could have my fan going right now, but of course that might block me out when I'm talking and such. So I'm gonna have it off for now, but of course obviously after this I'm gonna turn it on and cool myself off and whatnot. So yeah, so heads up for all that. So now get to the video I'm reacting to today. I'm reacting to, after the fact, Celestia Centerpoints, which, yeah, it's, so close latest artifact video, so yeah, I'm finally gonna be caught up with these. And yeah, earlier this week was, the start of officially the start of summer, and then yeah, I saw a bunch of stuff, stuff like Celestia, the sun celebration and all that. So more like this, so close, take on the sun celebration thing, and I think more like it again talking about some center points on Celestia, and more like 5 things about her whatnot. So I remember last year it did something like this, so maybe has more to talk about, more likely. So yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes today. So with all that said, and without further ado, let's get started. But first, then clear your throat and quench my thirst a bit. Alright, so let's check. Okay, yeah, recording audio. Alright, so let's react to After the Fact, Celestia Centerpoints here. In 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, starting with Celestia reading a book. What? Oh, it still works. I saw this in the thumbnail.
Funny story, while my new castle's being built, I needed a place to crash. And, well, easier to ask for forgiveness than permission, so I've been living in your main for the past year.
What?
It's really
for the past year?
Like TARDIS dimensions. But I figure I owe you rent, so how's about a video celebrating your best moments?
I don't think that's going to cover it. So. Whoa, there it goes. Oh, there it goes.
I had a pinball machine.
What? Oh, I guess that was a pinball machine. Anything else? Or... I can't make that noise. Okay, that's the fact. So that's a point. So, all right. Let's see how this goes. I feel like there's music playing here.
It's no secret that Lauren Faust had plans for Celestia, namely to make her Queen Celestia.
Oh, yeah?
And though Hasbro required the princess title because someone made that term synonymous with
Damn
money,
it, Disney.
the truth is that Celestia remains a queen in all but title. That includes her role in the story. Carl Jung, a psychologist and psychotherapist who took an interest in role model archetypes, sees the queen archetype as the caregiver for a whole nation.
Yeah?
She is, in essence, mother to all.
Yeah, basically.
Jungian.info. The queen/mother aspect of a woman is a complex that has a personal relationship with her subjects and assumes the responsibility of providing an environment in which her subjects can thrive and flourish and find the relational qualities necessary for harmony to exist in the queendom. Her role will be to instill in her subjects the qualities that she, by her own sense of things, deems important.
Yeah?
Her dedication to this labor forces her to surrender some aspects of her natural sensuality.
Oh, yeah.
She tends to be very supportive of social systems that provide an extended environment in which her children's or subjects are safe to explore and then return to her. She, of course, will sacrifice herself for her charges, for she has traded her individual path for the opportunity to be the creator and inspiration of her charges, who, in her creative side, she hopes will fulfill and surpass the dreams that she sacrificed to care for them. So the accomplishments of her subjects become her fulfillment. Although I've had doubts about Celestia's presentation in the show at points, I do see her in this role. She's created a world in which ponies have the freedom to explore, to try new things, and to gather experience and shape relationships.
Yeah, it's definitely nice.
Compare that to the rest of the world where some cultures are scrabbling just to survive, or spend all their time competing for power. The problem is that when the spotlight falls upon Celestia, we see her at her worst. Her defeats, her failed plans, her backfired attempts. Or we see her as a manipulator rather than a loving parent. For me, the greatest moments for Celestia as a character are the moments where she is shown as more, for lack of a better term, human without being diminished. Starting with... Did you ever expect to hear a sound like that from royalty? There have been moments where Celestia was surprised or at least put off, but this is her most exuberant moment in the series. I do still feel that they were retreading story points from season 1, but with far greater personality.
This has been the most fun gala in years!
It's one of those moments where we got to see beneath Celestia's calm and composure that she still has a wild side and playful spirit. Hopefully we can see more of that without ponies being threatened with extra-dimensional banishment next time.
The night is still young.
And I bet the buffet was still open, so please, let her eat cake.
Yeah, definitely.
Kinda funny that Celestia didn't technically appear in Ponyville Confidential beyond that photo.
Yeah.
Yet this tidbit of info gave fans material for comics, artwork, and fanfics galore. It has no impact on her ability to lead, nor does it diminish her capabilities. It's just a character quirk that makes Celestia a little more real. The photo of her messily eating would set the stage for a brief appearance in Mystery on the Friendship Express, and help relay that even with 1,000 years experience, Celestia still has the energy and vitality to be a little silly. It's a fun contrast to her first appearance. Although Celestia had narrated the show's opening and set the stage for Twilight's quest, it isn't until the main six triumph that the ruler they respected appeared. She was grand, she was luminescent, and you could see how much each of the ponies respected her. More than that, she reached out to Luna as an equal.
We were meant to rule together, little sister.
I often wonder how they talked to one another before Luna's fall. I imagine it would have been more like a sisterly respect. Nothing can ruffle a person more than family, even as something as simple as a forgotten gift can drive a wedge. Though the bond shared can overcome that gap. This is one of only 2 instances where Celestia seemed to lose her cool. The other time being her storming out on Twilight. We also had Celestia and Luna disagree on how to rescue the Crystal Empire. Big difference between these scenes is the sense of right and wrong. Celestia was right about the Crystal Empire, right to be angry at Twilight's behavior, but wrong not to heed her warning. In this scene, it's not really a case of who is right or wrong. Both acknowledge that a forgotten gift isn't important enough to forget the love they share. And it's inspired by a demonstration of love that calls both to their better selves. I'm not asking that Celestia be perfect in all things. I hope that instead her negative moments feel like an extension of her character, and that they'll have an impact, just like her most painful memory.
For my subjects, it has always been a celebration of my defeat
I like how they
of
displayed
Nightmare
that in
Moon.
the show.
But for me, it was just a terrible reminder that I'd had to banish my own sister.
I try to imagine spending 1,000 years having to smile and celebrate a day that holds such bitter memories. Losing her sister to Nightmare Moon, banishing that sister and destroying their home, and then being hailed as a hero. I marvel that Celestia could look so composed or proud in Twilight's Cutie Mark flashback.
Definitely.
But perhaps that's the biggest compliment to Celestia.
Being able to stay strong for 1,000
years. She knew her subjects needed to look to the future with
Damn.
optimism, so she played her part. The moment she admits those feelings to Twilight, we get a sense that we are being included at a look behind her public persona, and hopefully appreciate the demands of her station.
I guess I'd never really thought about it that way.
Seriously, Twilight? That never registered in your studies?
What the heck?
There are times I get the feeling that Twilight hasn't gotten to see beyond Celestia's status or grandeur either. Although she's arguably closest after Luna, the bond they share always seems to be limited by student and teacher. Even their walk down memory lane seems to show more of Celestia's education for Twilight rather than mutual affection. Except for my favorite moment, when Celestia forgives Twilight. This might seem out of place given that we've had moments like Celestia's song in Magical Mystery Cure. Plus, there was an element of all's forgiven at the end of A Canterlot Wedding. Big difference for me is Celestia's directness. While singing about Twilight's growth, Celestia doesn't really converse with Twilight about what the future means or what Twilight wants. It's clear that the path is already laid out. In A Canterlot Wedding, Celestia praises Twilight but doesn't offer her own apology for failing to listen. But at the end of Lesson 0, it's the one time I feel like Celestia has been straightforward with Twilight. There is no hidden lesson, no manipulation of conflict. Celestia has every right to be angry with Twilight for hexing the whole town, and makes her take the long walk back to the library. Yet when it comes time for Twilight to face the consequences, Celestia says,
You are a wonderful student, Twilight. I don't have to get a letter every week to know that.
This is the moment where Celestia finally addresses Twilight as an equal, and it has the deepest meaning. Against a backdrop of so many engineered or opportunity-based lessons, or promises that Celestia will be there only to be abducted, a direct statement of fact shines. It's true that a parent has to step aside and let life happen for their charges to grow, much like Spike said at the end of the crystalline. But there's also times when a teacher or parent or even a ruler has to be upfront and address the issue directly.
Yeah, that's totally very true.
This is the biggest example of Celestia being both a caring guide and mentor without working behind the scenes. Not to mention open the door for the rest of the cast to write her letters for seasons 2 and 3. So there are 6 examples of great moments for seeing Celestia as a character rather than just a title. And for more of that, I'd urge everyone to read the Princess
that's
Celestia
a really good
micro
comic.
from
I really
IDW's
like that.
comic line. All of the elements
I got,
are
like, the
listed
little
here on
comic
display
book
in the comic, which remains my favorite presentation to date.
Yeah.
Yet if you're
Those
wondering
sound very
about her
good
best
presentations,
moments as a
Celestia.
leader,
I would
please
definitely
consider
recommend
the
it as well.
quote from earlier. The accomplishments of her subjects become her fulfillment. Rainbow Dash became a skilled flyer and moral teammate because she drew inspiration from the Wonderbolts, a team that Celestia founded. Applejack is a loving family member and community leader in a town that Celestia helped create.
Yeah.
A fashion-minded pony from the same town was able to gain attention and recognition in Canterlot, thanks in part to Celestia's endorsement. Fluttershy was able to reform a chaos spirit and hold against peer pressure because she wanted to live up to Celestia's trust. Pinkie Pie can sing songs, arrange parties, and celebrate life in general because Equestria is at peace. We've seen how those celebrations disappear if war or strife overruns the country. And when both Starlight Glimmer and Sunburst are able to reconnect and reconcile, I have to wonder how Twilight learned about one of Celestia's former students having moved to the Crystal Empire. Celestia's presentation has not been perfect, and there are a lot of points where I feel like her character has been undermined. Yet at the show's core, I do believe that she lives up to the role of leader and mentor. I hope we'll have the chance to see more of the Kyrian ruler and the personality behind the crown. I'm Silver Quill.
Yeah, hopefully.
Thanks for watching.
Get an actual Celestia episode. I think I'm actually gonna just pause there. It's more like a discredit and such. So, but yeah, so that was After Effects Celestia Centerpoints, and yeah, that was also another like very good like Celestia centered After Effects video. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. So yeah, I like how for this particular he went to 6 wins instead of just 5, and yeah, there's definitely like good things. I can't remember like all of them on the top of my head, but and then like I think I do like probably of course yeah, Celestia trying to be reminded like every year at each of the sun celebrations like her most painful memory bans her sister. So obviously I think that's definitely very I don't know the word, but I think that really shows a lot for a character to be able to, hold that for like over 1,000 years, and still be like how she is. So I think that really shows a lot for a character. And then like how they're creating the world that everyone is able to live in. So that's definitely very cool. And then of course those little moments that shows like there's a little more to her character, even like her that liking cake, and be able to be fun with the points, and like definitely show another side of herself. So yeah, I also like a lot of those moments. And then those are like moments in the show where show the like show more of her relationship with Twilight, especially Lesson 0. That was nice little moments. And yeah, just showing like how much she cares for the opponents. I think after watch this particular artifact field for Celestia, and seeing other stuff for Celestia as related to whatnot, I've been definitely liking Celestia a lot more. Maybe slightly more than Luna or whatnot. So I'm kind of like the halfway mark, which of those two princesses I like more. I think maybe overall Luna, but there's definitely still a lot of things I really like about Celestia. So it's very hard to pick, but there's like things that each of the princesses have like pros and cons with. It's like overall with the show, it's really hard sometimes to pick a favorite character because there's so many characters that have so many pros to them. It's hard sometimes pick a favorite and whatnot. So especially princess here whatnot. So I'm not sure to say, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed a lot of the certain points that Silco had to say for Celestia here. Definitely help show there's more to her character than we probably initially thought, and definitely ways to show she's more than just like a princess and whatnot. And then, yeah, I definitely like the, examples that you show throughout that. Again, I really, the background music for here. And, yeah, so I think, again, those of you, haven't checked out the, that Celestia comic, so-called mentioned at the end, I highly recommend that, because it definitely, is a really good, interpretation of a Celestia character. I think, it involves, like, Celestia, meet up with a really old friend of hers, and then and just the way she interacts with her, and some of the other points in the story is definitely very well written, well shown, and yeah, it's well told. So yeah, I definitely if those of you are a Celestia fan or just a little curious about this comic, I definitely highly recommend that. So yeah, hope you guys check out. And of course, I got like a small version that's only like maybe like this big, so it's not a usual size comic. It's like a mini comic on that, but still very enjoyable and highly recommended. So yeah, overall, I definitely enjoyed today's artifact video. Definitely a very nice topic again to talk about Celestia and like a lot of the points, and definitely curious to see the next artifact video, which could be the next LB episode of season 5, which is like at this point Rarity Investigates, or I don't know, it could be like another third topic coming up. But of course, I did see he's gonna Silk is I more likely believe he's gonna have his own artifact panel at BrolyCon this year, so I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to that, which I believe it's on the Sunday of that weekend. So I definitely can't wait to see him live. So yeah, I definitely can't wait. So overall, as this Trucks video, make sure to like this video, subscribe to channel more videos, and leave a comment down below. So for video, I expect you next. And make sure to take a like to socials and sites in the description down below. Those are keep up reaction videos and sales my posts. And and a little heads up, I know it's Sunday, and I would release my reaction to the latest Red vs. Blue season 14 episode today. But of course, yeah, I kind of forgot, wasn't able to do this reaction video yesterday. So I'm gonna push my reaction to Red vs. Blue, the latest Red vs. Blue season 14 episode on Monday, which I'm actually gonna record right after this. But I don't really feel like staying late to release like 2 reactions and such. So yeah, stay tuned on Monday for reaction to the latest Red vs. Blue episode. So stay tuned for that. So overall, today's video. Hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.